Oh no, it's Mark, yeah! Wow, okay, there we have it. Dragon Ball Super, episode 96. The time has come to the world of the void, where the universe's fate will be decided. This was an awesome episode. I really enjoyed watching it, so I'm going to take you through it and just give you guys my reaction and some of the notes that I took while watching it. Let's see. Alright, well, the first part of the episode, the gods join at the stage in the world of the void, and the gods of destruction seem to be talking with the Kais about the durability of the stage itself, and at which point the Grand Priest talks about the Kachikachin being strong. So he invites the gods to duke it out on the stage pretty much and battle it out to test the stage. So a couple of them go to the center of the stage, and the Kais like fly up and watch on from a safe distance, obviously. So they start fighting, and it's pretty cool. I mean, like, the one Fox one is using like a lot of ki blasts and stuff, and there's a lot of fast movement. It was pretty short though, but pretty cool. And then the Kais ask themselves, they say, are they going too far? So the stage starts to get pretty beat up, obviously, at this point. And the Grand Priest says, alright, that's enough. And he asks them to fix and find any weak spots, pretty much the ones that they destroyed. And then he tells them he wants them to fix it before the tournament comes. And reluctantly, I guess they accept. They didn't look too happy about it, though. But I guess when you're a god and getting told what to do, it's probably like not too fun for you. And then they asked if Zeno was happy, because I guess like they at least wanted to build up some hype for their universe, and maybe if Zeno was voting for them or whatever. But it turns out he fell asleep, so they got pretty disappointed at that. It was pretty funny, little moment. This part had me super hyped. Frieza shows up to meet Team 7, and he makes a couple comments about how he recognizes some of them, and you know, Beerus kind of threatens him, and it's like, if you get out of hand, pretty much I'll kill you. It was really funny. I don't know how much stronger Frieza is now with his new standing durability of his stamina in his new golden form. I have no idea, but he seemed pretty confident and just kind of like shook off Beerus' warning like it was nothing, which kind of shocked me, because the Battle of the Gods movies, he was pretty terrified that Beerus was there and actually asked him and begged him not to show up. I know he's stronger now, but is he really that much stronger? I mean, I guess we'll see coming up. But my favorite part about this scene was Vegeta actually jokes about Frieza having a halo, and if everybody knows Frieza knows that he hates anything that's like good or cute or cuddly, or I guess in this case like heavenly or whatever. So he kind of grabs his elbow in disdain and gets really angry at Vegeta, and then he makes a snide comment at him back saying it would look better on you. And then he said he wanted to give it to him as a present, so that was pretty funny, because of course Vegeta's gonna get pissed at that. And then Goku steps in to try and tell him like to calm down, and like Frieza super reiterates to him. He said like, listen, I'm not gonna take orders from you, I told you already. So that was pretty cool, because Goku still thinks that he's got this under control, and I don't know if he necessarily did. I mean, you know, we all saw what happened last time he tried to mess with Frieza. Like, he just drops his guard and gets like taken advantage of every time, so he needs to really step up his game. So then they start going over a plan of how to win this, because it's a battle royale situation, so it's not really supposed to be the strongest fighters. It's based on a lot of strategy and stuff like that. But of course, like, Vegeta and Frieza both agree that they don't want to do a plan. They just want to pretty much utilize their power to win, which obviously Vegeta resists after he gets like, he hears a threat on his family, obviously. Because they were saying like they want them to stick together to conserve stamina at first, and if there's like two warriors rather, they need 3 people to team up on them. And of course they talked about their Saiyan pride and how they're a warrior race, and they don't really want to resort to doing pretty much unfair or cheap tactics. asks everyone that it's time to be transported, and he comes up with this little plan to have them all stand in a circle and hold hands in order to be transported, which of course Vegeta wants no part of it, because since he's the last obviously to join, he's standing there and Frieza's got his hand outstretched asking if he's afraid, so of course he didn't want to have anything to do with him. And he's holding Goku's wrist, by the way, he's not holding his hand, which I thought was kind of funny too. Then Beerus gets mad and he kind of just steps in and grabs Frieza's arm and like extends his hand out to Vegeta, and he's like, alright, well, come on, let's go. So they start to vanish, and Bulma like waves up at them and says good luck and everything like that, and then Vegeta just looks really deep in thought, so you can just tell he's like really worried about his family and worried about like what's going on with the universes. So he just has like such a big character change in Super, and it's probably my favorite part of Super, is just seeing how Vegeta has changed so much. I mean, they did it in GT too, but I kind of like the way they're doing it better in Super. Not that there's anything wrong with Vegeta ripping off a steering wheel of some teenagers like yelling at his daughter, but anyway, so of course we have the intermission, and when it comes back, Team 7 actually gets to the world of the Void, and 18, the first thing she notices is how like empty it is. She like goes to the edge and she gets pretty shocked, and the gods are still like repairing a damaged stage. So at this point, like, Whis jokes about them like having to build teamwork or something, because they didn't really have to hold hands because all the other teams just showed up. And Beerus like yells at him like that almost cost the team to like start fighting. So that was kind of pretty funny. But apparently in the stage there's some stipulations, like you can't use skills for flight, but there's some other like animal-like beings in the other universes that have wings and they can naturally fly because it's part of their biology. So apparently if you're using like key control or a skill, you can't fly, because if you fall off the stage, it's it. And they also said that you have the same gravity applied to you as your individual birth planet. I don't know if that means that Goku and Vegeta have the same gravity as Earth, or if it's the same gravity as Planet Plant or Planet Vegeta. So I have no clue, but I guess like it doesn't really matter that much anyway, because they're probably not going to go back and visit that too much anyway, unless they're doing something with Megetta or something. But then Frost meets Frieza, which is probably my favorite part of the entire episode. They seem to hit it off right away. It's pretty funny. Frieza made some comment that they seem really similar and asked if they both like to control things using their power. Of course they agreed. And then they kind of started conspiring to work together like almost immediately. So, I mean, that's to be expected, but it was still pretty cool to see. Oh yeah, another thing. Kaba like ran up to Vegeta, like calling him Shiso again, or I guess Shifu in Chinese, and Sung Sang Nim in Korean, whatever. Yeah, so pretty much calls him master or teacher, and he introduces Khalifa, and Goku extends his hands and she like slaps it away because she's like, yeah, we can't be friends, like we're about to fight each other. So Goku just acting like a little kid, which is one of my things I don't like about Super. Like in Z, Goku was a lot more serious. Like whenever things were coming down to brass tacks, like he always like put on a serious face and became the leader that he was supposed to be. And now he's just like a giant goofball. Like I think that hit on his head from when he was a kid finally starting to affect his like brain functions. But Universe 11 comes in, and everyone's like super shocked because they seem like really powerful. Goku goes to like say hi to Jiren, but like Jiren like just teleports directly behind him. I don't even know if it teleports the right word. He kind of just like appeared. Goku was like super shocked. So Jiren looks pretty strong. Like, oh, he was like get lost too. So apparently he doesn't have like a play around personality, which I wouldn't expect him to anyway. But so the Gods of Destruction are still finishing up the repairs on the stage, and they say let's speed this up, and they send some like key infused, I guess is the right word, like energy filled blocks from the stage, like to go put them around really fast, and everybody has to like dodge them. and Goku gets confused because Jiren like doesn't even dodge them at all. He just like stands there and closes his eyes, and apparently Goku's like, oh, I think he can read the block's movements or something like that. It would probably more like he read the key that was surrounding the blocks. I don't think blocks have movement to read, but whatever. We have no idea what's going on with him. Goku notices the Yard Rat warrior, and he says like this, be careful of him, which, I mean, kinda, but all the Yard Rats that we've known of, they were known to be gentle and like very like passive and kind of like scared of anything that like they were very easily startled. They just had like the instant transmission technique. That's all that we pretty much knew about them. So maybe Goku knows something that we don't. I don't know. So anyway, it shows off all the universes together. There's like 80 warriors gathered all together. And I think one of the universes had like only 8 members. They were like too short. But Tien says that he like feels a presence or something like that. So who knows what's going on with that. And then obviously there's the preview, which the next episode title is Survive, the Tournament of Power begins at last. So I guess next week we have the start of the Tournament of Power. Overall, I liked the episode a lot. There was a lot of good comedic timing stuff with this. It wasn't just like stupid slapstick comedy. We got to see all the universe teams. That was cool. My favorite interactions were obviously with Frieza. Like Frieza with Vegeta was awesome. Frieza with Beerus was awesome. Frieza with Frost was awesome. Yeah, I think he stole the show, like showing back up. I was really not sure about how it was going to work when he came back in, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. So I'll definitely be watching the next episode, and I hope you guys will stick with me for next week's episode summary. So this was my episode review of episode 96. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down below in the comment section. I'll be sure to try and respond to all of them. And yeah, that's everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you want more reviews, and let me know if there's anything else you guys want for the channel. So as always, like I always say, stay powered up.